Okay, can I ask about your guys' like personal experiences? Okay, so like when you guys are unable to close a case, how do you guys deal with that kind of feeling?
Well, thank God it doesn't happen too often, first of all. But there are times that when I'm not able to close a case, um, interestingly, quite often I'll feel that it's a pity rather than not a self-pity, but I just feel that I'm usually quite concerned about the financial outcome that the client is going to achieve. When a case is not closed, sometimes the clients may end up implementing some other solutions or go to some other providers. Or worse, sometimes they just don't do anything. And usually I would be concerned about the clients that if it's for protection, by delaying, they may miss the time window to implement some insurance plan. Or they may end up buying something else that may not be their ideal, it's not cost effective and so on. For investment, likewise, if they delay investing, they will make the subsequent journey have less time to achieve their goal. It's quite challenging as well. So from that point of view, what comes for me, the feeling, it's a pity that the clients may have missed a chance to achieve their goal.
Has there ever been like at times where people didn't end up going with what you guys suggested and regretted it? And like what happened?
If I can recall, if there's any journey, that would be during the major market crashes. Because sometimes after deploying the money to invest for long term, how the stock market perform. Every 3 years, there's usually one crash that's about 15% drawdown. Every 5 years, there's about 20%. That's quite common. So when that happens, if the clients are not properly briefed, anticipates this kind of volatility, then they may just feel that, oh, it's very jittery, it's very scary. So in my younger days as a financial advisor, I believe I may not have briefed my clients enough, so much so that the journey was a bit choppy. But as we become more matured, first of all, we have stronger conviction to tell the clients, look, in the long run, the investment market is very kind to investors, they are patient. It's not if volatility happens, it's when there's market drawdown. These are the things that let's agree that we'll do this and this. So once they anticipate events, it's much easier to manage all the turns of events.
Okay, so what do you think, Roger?
I realize that not all people are suitable for you to work with. So I think advisors have to realize that, because if you want to acquire a customer to become a client, they must have some form of agreement or understanding, a comfort level that are working with you. So sometimes when I get rejected, and nowadays, I tell the young advisors that, no, perhaps this client is not suitable for you. But the other thing to learn is also to then say, okay, what did you do in that situation that causes, can we relearn some things? And most of the time, there can be some lessons we can draw from it. For example, like communication. You did not really be curious enough to understand the client, what the client is thinking. Then you are too fast to what you call to input or to say something which doesn't resonate with the client, because people comes with different kind of ideas, different experience, and different values in their life. Of course, in the early days, I feel bad, like, oh my goodness. And sometimes I have to be very frank, you can get very emotionally upset. So I used to remember this. My previous, one of the trainer taught me this. It says, look, for every 10 people you get to talk to, I think 3 of them will say, okay, let's proceed on to talk further. And for that 3 people who talk further, they not all 3 will come to you and say, okay, I understand, let's do something together. Only one, the most one of them, will do something with you. So what does a financial advisor? So they feel rejected. Oh, I'm rejected by 8 people. Now I'm rejected by 2 more. I don't think so. Perhaps, it's not the right timing, or perhaps something is you can learn about your skill sets, or perhaps this is not a suitable client for you to take.